Quincy Jones is a name that needs no introduction. Over the course of an astonishing career that has stretched for more than 6 decades, he has become one of the most influential figures in modern music history. From his early beginnings as a jazz trumpeter to his rise as a world-renowned arranger, composer, and producer, Quincy Jones's fingerprints are on some of the most important musical works of the 20th and 21st centuries. He has worked with legends like Frank Sinatra, Count Basie, and most famously, Michael Jackson, helping to craft some of the biggest albums of all time, including Off the Wall, Thriller, and Bad. Given that legacy, it's no surprise that when news broke that Quincy Jones had sold his music catalog and master recordings, the music world took notice. But what caught extra attention was not just the sale itself, it was what catalog elements were included and who the buyer was. Specifically, reports have indicated that the deal includes a significant portion of the revenue tied to one of the most enduring pieces of television music history, the theme song from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. For millions of people around the world, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song is unforgettable. It's one of those hooks that instantly transports you back to the 90s, a cultural touchstone that transcends generations. Even though the show ended its original run over 2 decades ago, its popularity has only grown. Thanks to syndication and streaming, new audiences keep discovering the series, and as long as people watch it, that theme song continues to generate licensing income, performance royalties, and ongoing revenue. That longevity is precisely why the inclusion of Fresh Prince earnings in Quincy Jones's catalog sale has sparked so much debate. When a piece of music can keep earning for decades, even generations, selling the rights to that income stream is a decision that invites scrutiny. And for many observers, the idea of sharing Fresh Prince of Bel-Air revenue with a private equity firm raised questions about legacy, value, and the future of artists' long-term income. According to multiple reports, the buyer behind this major acquisition is Shamrock Capital, a private equity firm known for investing in entertainment and media assets. Shamrock has been active in the music publishing and rights space, participating in several high-profile catalog purchases in recent years, a trend that reflects the increasing attractiveness of music rights as a financial asset. The reported value of the Quincy Jones deal is around $100 million, though details around the precise terms, such as how royalties will be shared or what percentage of specific revenue streams were included, are not fully public. What has emerged, however, is that the rights being sold encompass both publishing and master recordings across a broad swath of Jones's work. And crucially, this includes the iconic Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme and associated soundtrack elements. To most people, it might seem surprising that a TV theme song could be worth enough to even draw attention in a major catalog sale. But here's the thing: The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is not just any theme song. It is one of the most recognizable TV themes in entertainment history. Its influence and reach extend far beyond the show itself. Even decades after the series finale, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air continues to live on through reruns, streaming platforms, social media, and pop culture references. Every time someone watches the show on a streaming platform, uses a clip that includes the theme song, or performs a cover that generates licensing revenue. Over time, that adds up, and for music rights owners, it represents a long tail of royalties that continues year after year. So when you hear that a major chunk of Fresh Prince revenue is part of this sale, it makes sense why people are paying attention. It's not just nostalgia, it's real, ongoing income. For many people, selling a music catalog can seem like an emotional decision, especially when the catalog includes works that are deeply tied to an artist's legacy. But from a business perspective, there's a long tradition of artists and creators monetizing the future revenue of their work through sales like this. When an artist sells their catalog, what they're doing is exchanging future royalties, money they would otherwise receive each time a song is streamed, licensed, performed, or reproduced, for a lump sum of cash today. The buyer, in turn, pays that lump sum with the expectation that over time, the income generated by those rights will exceed what they paid. This model has become increasingly common in recent years, especially as private equity firms and investment companies have recognized that music royalties are relatively stable income streams. Unlike some other investments, music royalties don't disappear after a short cycle. Good music keeps earning. That predictability makes catalogs attractive financial assets. This is where opinions tend to diverge. On one hand, $100 million is a staggering amount of money. No matter how successful you are, a payday like that can be life-changing. It can fund new creative projects, philanthropic work, financial security for family members, and more. And for someone like Quincy Jones, whose contributions to music are already firmly cemented, monetizing his catalog at this stage of life could be a strategic financial decision. On the other hand, when you're selling rights that continue to generate income decades after the original release, there's the argument that keeping that revenue stream could yield more in the long run, especially as Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and other works continue to resonate with audiences around the world. No one can say for sure whether the money Quincy will earn from future royalties would have surpassed the value of this lump sum. Part of the decision to sell a catalog involves predicting future revenue and assessing market trends, something that even the most seasoned professionals can't forecast with perfect accuracy. But what's clear is this: Quincy Jones made a decision based on his own priorities. Whether that was maximizing financial value, diversifying his income, reducing administrative burdens, or simply securing a large sum for personal reasons, is something only he and his advisors truly know. Quincy Jones is far from the first major artist to sell his catalog, and he likely won't be the last. In recent years, a number of high-profile musicians, from classic rock legends to contemporary pop stars, have chosen to sell all or part of their music rights. Some big examples include artists like Bob Dylan, Stevie Nicks, and companies acquiring catalogs from estates like Prince. While the specific terms vary, the underlying trend is the same: investors view music catalogs as long-term assets capable of generating steady revenue. Why is this happening? There are several reasons. Streaming has made music more globally accessible, which can be great for artists, but it has also made revenue more complex and sometimes less lucrative on a per-play basis. Selling rights can simplify income streams and provide certainty. Private equity is chasing stable revenue. In a financial environment where traditional investments can be unpredictable, music royalties are seen as relatively stable cash flows that don't correlate directly with market swings. Artists are thinking about legacy and succession planning. Some artists are no longer actively touring or producing new music and want to secure financial arrangements that protect their families or foundations. Catalog value has soared in recent years. With the rise of global streaming and the cultural longevity of many classic works, catalogs have appreciated in value. That has given artists leverage to negotiate high prices. There's no single right answer. For Quincy Jones specifically, selling his catalog, including parts of the Fresh Prince revenue, could very well be a smart financial decision. Here are a few reasons why some might argue it was a good move. Immediate liquidity. He receives a large sum now, which he can reinvest, donate, or use for personal projects. Risk reduction. Future revenue isn't guaranteed. Tastes change, platforms shift, and legal battles can arise. Selling transfers that uncertainty to the buyer. Legacy consideration. At this stage in his life and career, consolidating financial assets can simplify estate planning. On the flip side, those who believe it was a mistake might argue that he potentially gave up future income that could exceed the sale price. He relinquished control over how his music is used in the future. The cultural value of works like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air extends beyond money and should stay with the artist as long as possible. Ultimately, when artists sell their catalogs, they're making a personal decision based on their individual circumstances. There's no universal rule that says selling is always good or always bad. It depends on goals, financial strategy, and one's view on legacy. Music isn't just commerce, it's culture. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme isn't just a revenue stream, it's a part of people's lives, memories, and collective experience. For many fans, that intangible value matters more than any financial transaction. Yet in the world of business, even iconic art has economic value. And for creators like Quincy Jones, who have dedicated their lives to their craft, the choice to monetize that value is a personal one. Whether you think he made the right move or not, what's undeniable is this: Quincy Jones's influence on music is immeasurable, and the works he helped create will continue to inspire audiences and generate revenue for generations to come. And that's the remarkable dual nature of a musical legacy. It lives in people's hearts and on balance sheets alike. Thanks for the watching and subscribe.